Damasena, who is a sorcerer. I don't make that up. It's written on his name card. A sorcerer in Allegrium, which is a game developer based in Indonesia. And they have a game called Icon Pop Quiz that is a success. And he is going to tell you about how they developed and published this game. So Stefan DAMASENA, please give him a big round of applause.
Thank you. Is this thing on? Oh yeah. Okay. So okay, quickly before I start, I think I want to. Actually, the guy is not here, but he's the one who invited me here. So his name is Stanley. He's from Game Nout, so I would like to thank him. And then before I start, secondly, also I would like to apologize if English actually is not my first language, so I might not be speaking in very proper English. So, okay, so let's start. Hello, my name is Stefan DAMASENA. I'm the co-founder, CEO, and also sorcerer of Allegrium. Before I started Allegrium, actually my background was I've co-founded a digital agency, so we do a lot of campaigns for brands like Nokia and Pocari Sweat, Danone, and many others. So I'm based from creative business, advertising industry, stuff like that. We always wanted to create a product during the days, but the client works always limits us to do it. So in the late 2010, me and some of friends decided to get away from our comfort zone and started Allegrium. We started Allegrium with a very simple aim, very simple vision, which is we wanted to make people happy. We want to create a product that could make people happy, and then not just the end user, not just the player, but also the guy who's working on the project can be happy. So we started that. We started with 4 people at that time, and then right now we are about 11 people with 1 intern. That's our studio, actually. And what we do is this is our work. The first one, the number 1 is Icon Pop Quiz, that one that we're going to talk about it today. And then the second one is the extension of Icon Pop Quiz, which is Icon Pop Brand. And number 4 is Icon Pop Mania. Number 5 is Icon Pop. Oh no, number 4 is Icon Pop World, and then number 5 here is a project before Icon Pop Quiz. It is called Rock and Roll, and the far left is our very first project, Snowboard Run. So, okay, this is what we're going to talk today. But before, I don't know if any of you have ever played this one, but to give you a clue about what is Icon Pop Quiz, I would like to play a little games. It comes with a prize. Actually, I put some t-shirt here. So I like to play a game. Does anyone of you know what's the title of this game? Anyone? You can raise your hand. No one? Okay. Okay, I think it's a fail then. Do you know the title of this song? Okay. Yeah? Oh no, that's not. Do you know the artist? Anybody know the artist? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So this one for you. Yeah. Okay, so basically Icon Pop Quiz is uh, a guessing game. You have to guess the answer based on a minimalistic icons, uh, like what we just did. So today I'm gonna share the postmortem, but instead of just sharing the glory days of Icon Pop Quiz, I would like to share the whole journey, like what what is the failure, what is the, of course we're looking at the success, but also I like to share the failures. For I would like to start with this quote. It's actually from Leo Burnett. He's the founder of an agency. When you reach for the stars, you might not quite get one, but you won't come up with a handful of mud either. So for us, the journey to Icon Pop Quiz, maybe it only took like 3.5 months to develop, but actually it's like 2 whole years for us to figure out to crack, maybe to crack the chart of iTunes Store, App Store. And we started with this spirit, with a very high spirit to reach for the star, to do the best. And I think that's very important for a startup like us to start with this spirit, because when we started, we always wanted to play in the big league, in the league of Angry Birds and in the league of Rovio and Cut the Rope, things like that. Because maybe a lot of people laugh at us like you are dreaming too big and stuff like that. But that's important, because with that dream, with that reaching for the star, you push yourself to do a better things. You push yourself to always create things that are world class. So we started with that, and I'm so glad that uh, we're in a team with passionate people that have the same dream. And then coming from creative industry, where creative idea is praised, highly praised, I found out when we do this thing with games, we create a product, it's actually creative idea is overrated. Creative idea alone cannot sell. So we had to find that with our first game, which is a total failure. And then we learned that actually gameplay is king in this industry. Maybe it's not new to many of you, but we had to learn this the hard way. And along the way, we struggle. So being a startup that hasn't had any product that is taking off, we started doing many things. Like we started doing different projects that are not game, and we lose our focus, because at that time we were worried with our financial situation and stuff. So we decided to maybe we're not that good in game, so we started to do another thing, but that also sucks. So we shut down the project and we focus back to the game. So it's important. It's a important lesson, and maybe a reminder to all of us to always focus on what is your vision at first. And then the last thing, what we learned so far, uh, we were having a high benchmark like Rovio, Septolab, Jetpack Joyride, and stuff like that. Then we start to wanting to become like them. So we start creating games that we don't really understand what's the success factor of the game. So we just become a wannabes. You can be a band that performs and cover somebody else's song, or you can be a band that sing your own song. Both choices are fine, but I think it's best to always sing your own song. That's the lesson learned during our 2 years, and then we come to our latest project, Icon Pop Quiz. It was like the last quarter of the year where we have nothing taking off. So we decided to, one day at lunch, our art director just came up with this idea. At that time, the Locos quiz game was taking off, and he just researched something and find this minimalistic poster, and he said like, hey, why don't we just combine these two and create a game? We didn't directly pursue the idea, but we just thought that, oh, that would be nice. So, but we start another prototyping game, like, because we wanted to be like Rovio, like Jetpack Joyride. So we didn't pursue this idea directly. We keep it, and one day when I have some free times, I created these prototypes of icons. It's not that pretty if you compare it to the actual game. So I created this really fast, and then I beam it on our big TV set, and then we start guessing, and then we felt that something is there. So we put our effort into the game at the time. This is the development phase of the game. And then what's the result? Until today, we got 15 million downloads, 12.5 million on iOS, and 2.5 million on Android. And then we reached number 4 in the US overall chart, and reached number 1 overall chart in UK, Canada, Australia, Indonesia, Philippines, and many others. Also, we have 900,000 top daily active users, where today it's dropping down to 300,000. So how it translates in the graph, actually, this is our rank, and to reach that rank, we got 197K downloads. At that time, we reached that 900K active users. And the next graph is how it translates to revenue, our revenue. So in-app purchases and ads builds our revenue, but we're really big on ads, actually. So I would like to share what works for us, but I believe that every app has different ways of monetizing, but this is what works for us. To get that hype, I think the app itself, the topic, pop culture topic, and social integration creates really well viral. So at that time, Sai even used our icons, and that guy from Chuck also tweeted about us. And what's rewarding is that we could impact other people. One guy just tweeted that just spent 3 hours playing Icon Pop Quiz with my son, best 3 hours ever. That's what's heartwarming for us. Actually, games can impact people, can impact a relationship. So again, what we do to promote and market our game is we work with Triple Point for our marketing, and then we use Free App a Day and App a Day for bursts, and then we use Chart Boost, Facebook, AdMob, and Tapjoy to place a placement banner ads, something like that. But again, this is our case, and we did a lot of research before doing this, and it's different with different games. But this is what we do and what works for us. And in terms of advertising, we use MoPub for our mediation. I would really recommend to go to a mediation platform before you choose what advertising network you want to implement within your apps, because in our case, MoPub makes really good recommendation. So inside MoPub we infuse Chart Boost, Millennial Media, InMobi. InMobi is very good for Asian market, and then at Colony, at Mob, and iAds actually monetizing very well also. So I guess that's all. Thank you very much. Still, do you want to guess that icon?
Thank you very much, Stefan. So I guess the next talk is in 11 minutes from now.